Okay, I'm not sure if this is live or not. If anybody sees this, let me know. The people at YouTube decided to change things on me since my uh, laced live stream, and for some reason, it is having some issues. So I'm hoping that everything is working here. Can anybody see or hear hear this? Is everything looking okay? If it is, please do let me know so that I know that we can go ahead with the live stream. As of right now, I'm just totally confused because when I streamed back in November the last time, everything was fine, and now I guess they have this new studio live control room of some sort. So I see we have a few people coming in, which is great. Welcome to the live stream. Let me know if you can hear this and how everything looks, and then we'll get started. But as I said, it's very confusing because it's not been this way before. And can anybody see this at all? Um, very. I'm hoping you guys can see this. If you can, let me know. Okay, for now, I'm just going to go on the assumption that you can see it and hope for the best. Um, and I'll just go ahead and get the live stream started. I do want to wish everybody a happy New Year's and welcome to the first live stream for this channel in 2020. It's a definite new year. Okay, thank you, Kelly. I do appreciate it. Like I said, new year, new decade, everything is brand new. Apparently, even YouTube has had some changes, so I'll have to get used to those. But the Mighty Caravan Brutosaur is going away. And when Shadowlands starts, it's gone. It will still be available on the black market auction house, but as we all know, that means a lot more gold spent and a lot more harder to get the gold to buy. So we have a very short time to get all of our amounts. So let's go ahead and jump straight into that. And the Brutosaur mount in itself is going to cost 5 million gold. Okay, and 5 million gold is going to take a long time to get. But I'm here today to help you out on being able to get your gold. Now, the Horde are going to need to go on over to Telutu in Dazalore at 48.6 and 87.1. And she sells the reins of the Mighty Caravan Brutosaur for 5 million gold. And she also sells the Pale Hide Direhorn for 500,000 gold. But if you're also a pet farmer, you're into battle pets, she sells the Lost Platosaur Battle Pet for 100,000 gold. Now, if you are on the quest, dress for the slide, not for the ride, this Tulutu also sells the lightweight Sky Terror Barding, and that's an item you're going to need for the quest, and it costs 1,250 gold. Now the Alliance are going to need to go on over and see Tricky Nick, located at 56.7 and 47.0 in Borealis. He also sells the Palehide Direhorn for 500,000, the Lost Platosaur Battle Pet for 100,000, and the Mighty Caravan Brutosaur for 5 million. Now, 5 million gold, as I said, is a lot of gold. And a lot of players have been telling me, we're having trouble getting this gold. So, today, what we're going to do, we're going to go over a few fail-proof methods in making gold. And I believe this is going to help a lot of people get what they need. Okay, so keep in mind that the amount of gold that you get per week will depend upon several things. Okay, first it's going to depend upon how many 120 characters you have. Myself, I have 8. Before the end of the week, I'll have 10. But so far, 8. And also how much time you have to spend on your characters per day or per week. And last of all, of course, your professions. Your professions are very important when it comes to making your gold. Now, let's go ahead and log into the game. And we're going to head on over to the auction house. And I'm sorry if the cam is a little bit darker than normal. I just literally got into my new location and have put up my soundproof matting and got everything in place, and apparently my lighting is not as good as it was in the other location, so that's something I'll work on before next week. But let's go ahead and log on in, head on over to the auction house, and let me bring up the game. Okay, so here I am at the location here. Now we're going to go ahead and run on down and head on into Ogrimmar, because so far, I don't know if there is an auction house here, but if there is, I've not found one. So if anybody knows of one in the location of Zandalar at all, please do let me know, because that would be a big, big, big help. Okay, so I'm not sure why. Okay, there we go. It's a little bit better. So we're going to go ahead and head on over to the auction house, and we're going to take a look at several different things. Okay, now I do have, as you can see here, a bullet points, wrote down some things for me to remember to go over with you guys, because, well, I don't know if you've ever done a live stream, but when you're doing a live stream, it can be very... Right. What I'm looking for was one over in Zandalar, but the one you mentioned is the one I use most of all. And thank you for the tip. But let's head on over, and we're going to take a look at a few items that I believe is going to be your big money makers, and what I use myself and will be using going forward to make the money for the mouth. Okay, so first, let's go here and type in anchor weed. Anchor weed here is on an average of 78 is the minimum buyout, but people are selling them on my server at 100, upwards of 140 gold. Now, if you're buying a stack of 50, you can get them at 87 gold. But as you see, that is a pretty good chunk of gold. Now, let's just for giggles. You can get 50 for 4,389 gold, 49 silver, and 50 copper. Now, that's a pretty good chunk of gold. But let's go ahead and look at the next one. Now, these are at an all-time low. I'm not sure why they're so low. I mean, some people are selling them at 16 gold, which is totally crazy. Because they should be selling at, if you look here at my add-on, it says between 17 and 23 gold. So I guess the prices just went down, which happens quite a bit. The price can go down from morning to evening. It's just, it happens that quick. Now here, nobody has Winter's Kiss. So right now, if you had some of those on my server, that would be, well, you would control the market because nobody has it. Okay, let's look at Sirens Pollen. Okay, Sirens Pollen is going for 10 gold a pop right now. Sea Stalk. Sea Stalk is going for 10 to 11 gold each. Now, believe us or not, yesterday before what time I was preparing for this live stream, every one of these herbs was higher up than they are now. Riverbud, 7, sometimes 4 and 5 gold each right now. But that will change when 8.3 goes live. Just mark my word on that. They will go up, and they're going to go up a lot. Acunda's Bite, pretty well the same thing, 5 to 10 gold. Now, the reason I mention herbs are very easy to get, and they sell generally very well. But let's go on and take a look at mining. Osmanite ore. Okay, here we go. Osmanite ore is selling for 55 gold a pop. And that is a lot of gold. So if you had a stack of, let's say somebody has a stack of 200, I'm sure. Let's take a look. Okay, a stack of 200 would sell for almost 6,000 gold. So 5,379 gold to be exact. Let's go ahead and take a look at Storm Silver. Selling for 27 gold a piece. Platinum. Platinum is selling for 20 gold each on my server. Now again, this does change a lot, and on your server it may be more or less, so please do make sure your server is the price is good enough for you to actually go out and farm these items. Okay, monolite ore is 12 gold each. But still, if you have a stack of 200, that's some pretty good gold, you're still looking at 2,500 gold. Okay? So let's go ahead and take a look at some of the professions that make very, very, very good gold as well, which is, in my opinion, the best one is going to be your alchemy. Alchemy, of course, is one that everybody wants to have as high as they can because it, well, you're supplying the raiders with what they need, okay? Um, you're giving them the, the potions, the flask, and so on that they need to be able to raid and do better. So here we're seeing 20 greater flask of endless phantoms for 2,500 gold. I believe that's 2,500 gold each. And it is. Okay. So also the greater flask of the currents, 2,500 gold. Greater flask of undertowing, 2,500 gold. Somebody has a 2,500 gold habit. Huh? And then the greater flask of vast horizons, 750 gold. Now, if you're already leveling your, for example, herbalism, this is definitely a win-win, okay? And it's going to help you out a lot. It's not only going to help you, but it's going to help the people that buy your auctions. So it's going to help you make a lot of gold. And I'm sorry if I seem a little off my game tonight because this is not my normal. But when I log in and YouTube has changed things on me, it kind of does throw you off your game. But let's go ahead and go on and look at Inscription. Inscription is a big money maker. You're going to have, for example, the Flask of the Dark Absolution. Let's see here. This one glyph is almost 15,000 gold. So as you can see, it's a definite money maker. Okay, the glyph of flickering. Also 15,000 gold. So as you can see here, your inscription, your alchemy, mining, herbalism, all of these things are very good money makers, okay? Very, very good money makers. So let me go ahead and just go over my game plan on how I plan to make the gold. Okay. Now, as I said, going forward, I want to get one of these mounts myself before they take them away from the vendor. And first, herbalism, and this is my suggestions, herbalism and mining on every character you have. Okay, any character you're going to be leveling or you have leveled and is 120 and is in either Zandalar or if you're Alliance in Borealis, you're going to want to have herbalism and or mining. Now, for example, on this character here, let me show you. I have jewel crafting and inscription. Now, I won't be changing this character just yet because this is that's my banker. I mean, it's the one I use to put things up on the auction house. So it's not a big deal. But any character that I actually actively play, I will be changing over to herbalism and mining. Now, the reason being herbalism and mining, if you're doing both, you're going to make more gold. Okay, if you can at all possible have flying, I mean, if you unlock it on one character, all of your characters now have flying, so that's a great thing. And either have the Sky Golem mount, which I hope that everybody already has. It's one of the mounts that I've mentioned many times before. And if you notice, it's one that I have starred as one of my favorites. Now, the great part about this mount is you do not get dismounted if you're herbing and some monster attacks you. You're not going to get dismounted, so it's great. There's also another one called the Lumber Extractor. Now you get that mount by getting 300 toys in your toy box. And I'm going to be doing a series of videos on a lot of hidden toys, a lot of hidden items. As you can see here, I have a total right now of 216 out of 570 toys available. So I have a little while more to go before I get the lumber extractor, but it's just a green copy of this mount. Thank you, Leroy. And hey, by all means, be sure to subscribe to the channel. It would greatly be appreciated. Also, Bleachaholic, if you're still with us, please be sure to subscribe. I definitely appreciate you guys being here. Now, this will be up for playback, although with all the uh, mistakes I'm making, I'm not sure if it really needs to be or if I just need to make a video about this stuff and put it up as well. But either way, the next step, of course, is going to be to set your routine up. And by that, I don't mean a route that you take in a certain area, but a routine that you're going to do daily. Okay? Now, I myself will be spending a few hours a day doing herbing and mining in both Zandalar and Cultures. And I would suggest doing your weekly looking for raids. Now, here's why. If you click on the eye and go to Raid Finder, you've got a total of 10 here. Okay? 10 of these, each will give you Azerite and 194 gold each. Now I know that may not sound like a lot, but if you factor in the amount of items that you're going to get that you can sell, you factor in 194 gold guaranteed times 10 per week would be a total of 2,000 gold straight up. Okay. And if you're doing like I am, let's say once I get my 10th character leveled to 120, which won't be very long, that character will give me, if I do all 10, 20,000 gold straight up per week just by doing the current looking for raid. But later on, I'll give you a little tip on how to make it even more. Now, Trade Skill Master is a must, and I'm not sure if you guys have ever took a look at Trade Skill Master, but here it is. And I'll go into a detailed video on this if you would like. So, just let me know. Here you have your groups, and I'll show you in a video if you want how to set this all up. Ledger. Okay, it's going to show you what what items I've sold, how much I sold them for, how many times I've sold that particular item. For example, here I've sold blood shrimp a total of 10 times. I've sold coffee 51 times, sorcerous air 51 times, and so on. And that's since I did this install. Now, this is a fresh install. I've had it installed maybe a couple months, so it's not like a really super old install. But if you go on over to operations, again, I can show you how to do this, and if you want, let me know, and I'll be more than happy to. And then you just go on over. Now, let's go on back to the auction house. Now, another add-on that I feel you need to get is called Undermine Journal. And let me pull up an item here. Okay, let's go here. Okay, as you can see, all this data that you see on the screen where it says group, prospect value, etc., sold, laced, sold, and so on. This is coming from TSL working with the Undermine Journal. Now, I'll show you how I post my auctions instead of doing it one at a time. I click on TSL4. I click on Run Post Scan. Now, what this is doing right now is this add-on is checking everything in my bags, and it's going to tell me how much I should sell these items for based upon the operation that I set up previously. Okay, and if it's under a certain amount, as you can see, not enough items in bags, cheaper auction, below minimum price, and it won't even post them if it's too cheap. And then that lets me know that I should go look, see what they've got it for, and possibly buy them out. Now also, I can go here and do a sniper scan. Now, I don't ever do the run bid sniper because I don't like doing the bidding game. I like buy it straight out, done, gone. Okay, if I click here, it's going to scan for any item that is listed less than the vendor price. For example, here, the Kubalite is listed as 2 gold, 50 silver at the vendor. Okay. If somebody had posted that item up for a gold a piece, it's going to pop up and I'm going to buy it so quick that it's not even going to stay on the auction long enough to let anybody else see it. But that's how you run a sniper scan. I was hoping something would pop up so I could show you what I meant, but apparently I'm not the only one running the sniper, and somebody else has already beat me to it. Okay, so let's go ahead and go on. Now, also there's a trick that I like to use called multi-farming. Now, if you're an sorry about that, I had a tickle in my throat. If you're a herbalist and a miner, you're set up primo because you're going to make 100% more gold, and it's going to be all profit because you're not spending anything to get these items. Now, while the same is true with, say, skinning and herbalism, in my experience, you just make more with herbs and ore than you do with anything else. Okay, here on the screen, you're going to see that this item here, Murloc Pen, we're selling it for 75 copper, and the buyout of 79 copper, that item is worth a little bit more. So they're selling it at 27% of the normal price. Here, this person is selling, wow, quite a bit of stuff popping up. The Butcher, which is a one-hand sword, very cool looking sword, and they're selling it at 14,719, and it's at 76% the value. The value here on my server is 40,000 gold. So as you can see, you can come here and make a killing just on the sniper scan just by itself. Now, before you start playing the sniper, I would highly suggest coming with at least 100,000 gold before you even start messing with it. But in order to get them out, you're going to need to make around 50 to 60,000 gold a day. And this is going to be every day. But this is not as hard as it sounds, okay? And my suggestion would be, once you first log in, when you very first log in for the day, here's what you need to do. Click on the Elm. If you're not already in Zandalar, click on Azeroth. And either click on Kultiris or Zandalar. Click here and see what your emissaries are. Okay, earlier I had an emissary that gave me 2,000 gold and another one that gave me a piece of gear. I did those and I moved on. But if you have an army of alts, let's say 10 alts, and you do this on each alt, that's another 20,000 gold per week. Sometimes I'll get as high as 2 of the gold emissaries, you know, like 2 of them, it's given 2,000 gold each. If you do, hey, that's a great week. But it's not always that easy. Secondly, open your mail, gather up any gold, and relist expired items. Now, for me, if an item has expired a total of about 10 times and I've not sold it, it's either going in my bank to wait until it's a popular item again, or I'm selling it to a vendor. Transmog items, on the other hand, are totally different. They will sell, no matter how many people tell you that transmog items don't sell, they do. Okay, they sell, but they don't sell quick. They sell slow. So just be patient if that's what you're into, and you will make some go. Now, then head on out to your farming route. Now, herbs will always sell because there's alchemists, there's scribes that are wanting your herbs because they either want to use them to make potions or to make glyphs or what have you. Or, same way, blacksmiths and jewel crafting, and even some enchanters, alchemists, or engineers. Even some of those patterns need ore or herbs. Now, weekly, I would highly suggest that you do all of your looking for raid. And yes, I know we talked about that just a little bit ago, but there's a reason why I bring this back up. And I know people talk pure crap about looking for raid. You know, looking for raid is horrible, it's killing the game, but it's a very big gold maker. Okay? By doing all the current looking for raid, as I've already said, you'll make 2,000 gold per character just running once a week. Okay, so if you have, let's say 10, that's another 20,000 gold. If you do looking for raid Mista Pandaria, You'll need to go over to Mogashan Palace, speak with Lord Walker Han, and he will let you go back and do the Looking for Raid from Mr. Pandaria. Now, they don't, they do not give you any gold per se, but you get a lot of gear, okay? Because you're going to be solo on this. You're not going to be grouping up with anybody. It's just going to pop and then you go. And you're going to go in solo, get all the gear, all the blues, greens, purples, whatever, sell them, and make a lot of gold. I have myself cleared as high as 10 to 12,000 gold, sometimes more, in a single run. Also, you can go on over to the Cataclysm Looking for Raid. Now, in order to do this, there's only one Looking for Raid in Cataclysm. Last I checked, and that was the Dragon Soul. Head on over to Caverns of Time, and on the outside of the Dragon Soul instance is the vendor or the NPC that's going to send you into these Looking for Raids. Now, if you feel like you're good enough to go ahead and solo the Legion Looking for Raids, by all means, go ahead and do that as well. To do that, you're going to need to go over to Dalaran, and Archmage Tamar is going to be found at 63.9 by 55.1. And he's going to have a total of 12 Looking for Raids that you can do. So this gives you a total, if you count current and all the previous, 37 Looking for Raids that you can do on each and every character that you have. That's high enough to do it per week. Now, by doing the older raids, you're going to make gold off of the mobs you kill, off of the gear that you get, and you're even going to get a shot at some battle pits that will sell very well, and some mounts. Keep in mind, though, that these raids still do drop tier tokens. So if you wanted to complete a set of, whatever tier, this is your change. The tokens for self sell for 50 gold each. Or if you want to milk it for everything you can, go ahead and create the item, your gear piece. And then once you've created that, it's going to add it to your appearance tab, and then you can sell it. Now, you may or may not get 50 gold. It may be 75 gold. It may be 20 gold. It may be 10 gold once you create it. But that is a gamble. So be sure you know what you're doing. But you will still add that item to your transmog list and get some gold as well. Now, I know many would say, hey, stick with the new herbs. The new or older content don't sell. But these people are 110% wrong. Herbs or leather from all expansions sell. And in many cases, it even sells for more. Let's take a look just for fun, because we are at the auction house here. And we're going to take a look at, I don't know, let me get back to, we're going to look at Peace Bloom. Peace Bloom, 100 of them, 40 gold each. So that's 4 gold per Peace Bloom. Let's take a look at Copper Ore. Copper Ore is selling for $2, I wish. 2 gold and 50 silver each, or 50 gold per 200. Okay. Light leather is selling for 2 gold. Hold on. I'm wrong on this. Whoa. I may be going out and doing some copper farming. Okay, so this is, I was looking at it and saying 50 gold per 200. I'm wrong. And here's why I say that. Okay, it is going to be 50 gold per, which is a total of 1,000 gold each, a stack of 200. So that is going to be a massive, uh, a massive amount of gold just for copper. I mean, this is old stuff that a lot of people don't even pay attention to. So this would be 4,050 gold for a stack of 100 peace bloom. So yes, it definitely does sell, and it sells quick, and it sells easy. But there's a something, well, there's basically will be one, but a lot of people are going to say you're just being greedy, but if it is being greedy, then so be it. Okay? But here you go. Remember, if it makes you gold, there's nothing wrong with it. Do it. I've had people come up and ask me to run them through a lower level raid or a lower level dungeon, asking to fly them to a location on my two-seater mount, or when I'm on my mage for portals, or when I'm on my warlock they want healthstones or what have you. And all of these things take my time. All of these things take time, and you have to train in order to learn these things. I mean, it's just not something you just pop up. Okay, as a mage, you don't just learn these portals for free. Not unless they've changed that too. But when I was leveling mine, I had to pay for each one that I wanted to learn. With this being the case, look at it as supply and demand. All of these things take your time, and therefore, if you want to get this mount, you're going to need to start selling these things, not being the nice guy that just gives them away. Okay? And last but not least, and this is a big one, never, ever, ever COD anything to anybody, no matter what. And now if it's your best friend and you're helping them out and you're doing them a solid, then yeah, go ahead and do that. But if it's, let's say you're advertising and looking for group, or the channel, or you're in channel 2, you're in channel 1, whatever, and somebody sees that you're advertising for, that you have a stack of Serenite ore. Okay, now Serenite ore right now is selling for 32 gold each. 32 gold, I had 39 of them. Tells me it would be 973 at minimum, or 1022 at max. But if I'm putting up that I'm selling this ore, and Joe Blow that I've never met before, don't know who he is, don't know anything about him, says, hey, I'll buy it, but you need to COD it to me. I'm going to offer to meet them wherever they want to meet. I'm going to offer to wait if they're in a dungeon, but I will not COD it. And here's why. If I COD that item to, let's say, Kelly messages and says, you know what, Hawk, I need that Serenite ore, can you COD it to me? Now, I don't know Kelly. I've never met Kelly, don't even know who she is. And at that moment, I'm not going to do that because if Kelly has me send out, let's say, 500,000 ore or 5,000 ore, okay? Now, I've had to give her that ore, send it to her COD, and then if Kelly does not pick it up, it used to be, but it would sit in her mail, I believe it's 30 days. Now, it's only 72 hours, but that is also 72 hours, but I don't have that gold. But I don't have the ability to sell it to somebody else that's going to give me the gold. So never COD anything. Okay? So, as a recap, I would definitely suggest having herbalism and mining on each and every character you have. If you want to do transmog runs, hey, that's fantastic because you're going to get gold either when you sell the transmog or when you just vendor everything that you get. Always look at your emissary quests, and the ones that give gold, do them first. If you see that your mission table has something for gold or something you can sell for gold, do it quick. Okay, then open your mail each and every day. Every day, open your mail. Give her your gold, relist items at least 2 times a day. When you log on and when you're getting ready to log off. And then farm. What I typically do is if I'm on an ore kick, I will farm that ore before I get started selling for 2 to 3 hours a day for a week. Then I've got a surplus. I've got it built up. It's in my bags, and I'm the one in control of how much I sell it for, when I sell it, and how I sell it. And by how I sell it, I mean auction house or straight up sell to somebody. But never, ever do COD. Ever. COD is a horrible screw up. Also, remember to do all of your looking for raids, both current and previous looking for raids, because that's going to help you out a lot. And I just want to go ahead and say that I'm looking forward to a lot of growth for the channel this year. As you can see here, I've got a goal set for myself. By the end of this month, I hope to hit 2,000 subscribers. Currently, I'm at 1,453, which is 72.65% of my goal. And you, and only you, can help me make this goal happen. Tell your friends, tell your family, tell your guild mates. And I promise you, if this is your first time here, I'm not generally this discombobbled. Okay, normally I'm very straightforward. I get things done, and I'm not quite usually this dark. But as I said, I just moved into the new location, and I'm still trying to get everything set up. So, just be patient with me on that, and hopefully by the time my next stream next week, not only will I have a lot of gold to show you, but I'll also have things fixed a little bit better. But for now, does anybody have any questions, any concerns, anything they want to ask, anything you would like to suggest? If so, now's the time to do that. I will be ending this stream in about 10 minutes. Actually, 9 minutes. I'm trying to keep my streams at exactly 1 hour in length each week. That way, people who don't have, hours upon hours to sit and watch can still watch the video or live stream, playback, whatever. So, anybody got any questions, any comments? If not, I'm going to give it a few extra minutes here. If nobody does respond with any kind of questions, I'll go ahead and just say good night now. And I do want to address one thing. Some of you have been wondering, why did I quit streaming for a short while? Why was I not on? I've done videos, but very sporadic. What was going on? Well, my wife had surgery a couple of weeks ago, and also I had and I'm going to be very nice. I had a hater cause me a lot of issues. They contacted YouTube saying that they was Blizzard Entertainment and that they wanted to file a copyright strike on some of my stuff. Well, I've decided to fight it, and about I fought the war, as they say, to the best of my ability, and I won. Okay, and here's the reason that I won. It was not Blizzard. It was not Blizzard whatsoever. The person was using a Gmail, for God's sake, and Blizzard don't use Gmail. So it was reversed, and I'm back. So, as they say, it is just a process, and I'm back. Better than ever, hopefully. So, let me know what you guys think about this, but the channel, the new layout, which is coming and has been working into effect. But let me know. Anything you guys want to see on the channel, let me know. But for now, I do appreciate everyone who has stuck it out with me. I know that this was a quick and pop it up last night and be here today. And normally I post like a week ahead of time, or at least 4 or 5 days ahead of time, letting people know about the stream. But my goal going forward is to have a video Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, live stream on Saturday. And then on Sunday is the day that pretty well I don't do anything. I'll take it easy. So for now, I do appreciate everything. I appreciate each and every one of you. Have a great day. Enjoy the new year. And I'll see you very soon in the next video.